Alrighty everybody, welcome back to another Piggy video here on the MIKEYDOOD channel, and as you guys know, this past weekend brought the newest chapter inside of Roblox Piggy Book 2, which is Chapter 5 Sewers. Now, if you guys didn't watch my previous video where we talked about all of the secret Easter eggs as well as a possible secret ending, make sure to go check out that video right now. But inside of today's video, guys, we are going to be focusing on a completely brand new theory that brings back one of our favorite characters into the Piggy storyline, and that is none other than ZIZZY the zebra. Now, if you guys remember, the last time we actually saw our favorite zebra friend, we were inside of Chapter 3 Refinery, but as soon as we spotted ZIZZY, we found out that she got scratched by an infected pulley, which only means one thing: either ZIZZY is gonna die or that she's gonna become an infected piggy, or should I say zebra instead. So this is the last time we actually saw her. It was a very emotional scene with Pony and you talking to her, but right at the very end, guys, if we scroll down a little bit, you can see right here Pony and ZIZZY hug it out for quite possibly the final time. But there were a few clues inside of Chapter 5 Sewers that point to ZIZZY returning in the story, because once again, guys, MiniToon right here did confirm that we haven't seen the last of ZIZZY, and somehow in a future chapter she will be making her return to the storyline. Now, before we actually jump into our main theory on how I think ZIZZY is going to be returning to the Piggy storyline, I did want to give a huge shout out to a few YouTubers, including KreekCraft, because guys, he has given us a ton of information on what is happening inside of the storyline, as well as some of the Easter eggs we might have missed inside of Chapter 5 Sewers. Now, I know a ton of you guys have been calling me clickbait YouTuber, but trust me guys, when you listen to all of the clues found inside of Chapter 5 Sewers, there is no way you're gonna deny that ZIZZY is returning inside of the Piggy storyline. Now, the very first main point I had for today's video is that Zuzi and Z aren't returning to the prison cell, but instead they say in the cutscene that they are heading back to the safe place. Now, this gets me thinking a ton, because as you guys know, Zuzi and Z are completely oblivious, because as you guys know, Zuzi and Z, who are ZIZZY's sisters, are still completely mysterious from Willow Wolf. Willow Wolf never actually interacted with them, and I have a really weird feeling that they have an important factor on the future failure of Willow, because obviously, guys, they're not just gonna let Willow Wolf infect their older sister, but instead they are gonna find a way to get revenge and make Willow Wolf fail from her plan. Now, the only clue we've gotten from MiniToon was actually from the tweet a few months ago, literally before Chapter 4 was actually released, and it says that ZIZZY will be returning to the series, but we don't exactly know how just yet. She could be coming back as a one-armed zebra, or she could be coming back as an infected zebra. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. That's one of the small theories for the future of Piggy, but I did want to talk about a secret theory that KreekCraft brought up in one of his previous videos that talks about Mr. Stitchy, the secret skin released during the Halloween update, and how he is going to be making ZIZZY return. Now, this isn't the first time we actually heard about the insolence or the eye, because in Chapter 4 Safe Place, you guys can see Pony has this weird phrase where he says, "The insolence watches," huh? What'd I just say? A strange voice just came into my head, but I don't remember what it told me. Now, this is the very first official time we hear about the insolence, but also inside of Chapter 4 Safe House, we see another image of the same exact eye found inside of Chapter 5 Sewers. Now, this is gonna take a little bit of focusing, so guys, make sure to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say, because I am about to tie in ZIZZY, the insolence, as well as Mr. Stitchy, which will all lead to the explanation of how ZIZZY is gonna be returning to the Piggy Book 2 storyline. Now, once we are actually inside of Chapter 5 Sewers and you are able to drain all of the green water, you guys know that there is a really weird secret Easter egg hidden behind one of the classroom doors, which actually has this secret eye. Now, a ton of people have had their theories of this eye, but we pretty much have come to the conclusion that this eye is the same exact eye seen on Mr. Stitchy, as well as Piggy's newest skin, the Mary Puppet skin. Now, once you're actually inside of the classroom, immediately, guys, you can sense a different type of mood in here, and once you actually check out the eye, you can hear some pretty weird whispers. Like literally, listen to this, guys. It's so creepy. Honestly, it gives me a little bit of nightmares at night, but I still don't know what this actually has to do with. But if we tie it back to our favorite zebra missing, things start to make a little bit more sense. Now, just as a reminder, guys, there is a second eye found inside of Chapter 5 Sewers, and it's actually right next to where Piggy spawns, but since I'm actually a player, we're not going to be able to see it, but I did actually take a screenshot, but right there you can see it's kind of dark right now, but my editor is going to be adding a second image where you can see it a lot brighter, but this eye is actually very, very creepy and has something to do with the insolence. Now, I'm here inside of the APRP Piggy game made by Tenuous Flea because I did want to point something out very interesting with the brand new Mary skin that was added with the Chapter 5 sewers, as well as Mr. Stitchy. Now, if we head on over into this menu and press on infected morphs and scroll all the way down, we should be able to use the brand new Mary skin. And I don't know where it is. Hold up, give me 1 second. There it is, guys. Mary, the weird looking wooden mouse. I don't even know what it looks like, but as you can tell, guys, this skin has the same exact eye design from Mr. Stitchy. Now, the biggest difference of this skin compared to all of the other ones inside of Piggy is that there is someone controlling this skin because it's literally a puppet, guys. There's string connecting its head as well as its arm, which brings the idea that someone is controlling Mary the wooden mouse. Now, if you guys remember, when we actually unlocked the Mr. Stitchy skin, we had to go into Chapter 4 Forest inside of Piggy 1 to do some sort of weird ritual. We had to gather 5 different candles, and honestly, guys, it was kind of demonic and a little bit sketchy, but as you can see, once you actually gather all 5 candles and light them up with the torch, some weird item is actually summoned. You can see right here, there's the purple light, and then all of a sudden, yeah, you see all those screen shakes? Mr. Stitchy shows up with the same exact eye. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, how the heck does Mr. Stitchy and Mary, what do they have to do with ZIZZY? But this is where things get interesting. Now, found inside of Chapter 5 sewers, there are 3 separate notes that don't really make sense to the main storyline, but instead focus on the insolence as well as this demonic possession. Now, the very first note says this right here. It says, "The insolence calls my name. I will stay down here even if the workers wish to flood it. I will devote myself to the eye." Now, this is of course Alphys, or Alfie the alligator, writing a note to himself talking about how important this eye is and how he is dedicating his literal life to this eye, but we still don't know what this eye means. Now, the second note found inside of Chapter 5 sewers is this right here, right above the classroom, that says, "Light the beacon, summon it." Kind of similar to how we summoned Mr. Stitchy inside of Piggy Book 1 Chapter 4. Now, there was a third note floating around Twitter. Once again, shout out to Creekcraft because he actually showcased all of this in his video, but as you can see, there's one more note that says, "Leave me alone, please. It watches too often. It wants to take me with it. I'm scared it'll try to take control of me." Now, we really don't know what this note means, but with the skins coming out inside of Chapter 5 sewers, things start to make a little bit more sense. Now, the main storyline is that Mr. Stitchy is some sort of evil spirit or some sort of demon, and what Mr. Stitchy decided to do inside of Chapter 5 sewers was actually make some sort of voodoo doll out of Mary, which explains why the Mary skin, the puppet, is made out of wood. Mr. Stitchy might have the same exact plans for ZIZZY in the future, because once again, guys, Minitoon told everyone that ZIZZY will be returning, but no one has talked about ZIZZY returning as normal, so I have a really big theory that ZIZZY will be returning as some sort of half ZIZZY, guys. She's not even gonna be herself, and I definitely think she's gonna be infected because there is no way that Mr. Stitchy's notes are left inside of Chapter 5 sewers for no reason. So what do you guys think down in the comments? Do you guys think Mr. Stitchy is gonna be possessing or basically becoming a demon and allowing ZIZZY to return to the Safe House Squad, or do you guys think, point blank and simple, ZIZZY's gonna return as an infected and it's just as simple as that? Now, once again, guys, these are all still theories, and I really am curious to see what the Piggy community thinks. So once again, guys, leave all of your opinions down in the comments. I'm actually really excited on how ZIZZY is going to be returning to the Piggies too. I'm honestly really excited on how ZIZZY is going to be making her return to the Piggy Book 2 storyline. But once again, guys, don't forget to join the Mikey Mob down below by smacking that like and subscribe button, and make sure to use the best code out there, code Mikey, whenever you're purchasing Robux, as well as I'm going to be continuing to search for some more theories and Easter eggs inside of Piggy Book 2. So once again, guys, thank you for the support. You guys are all amazing. Have a fantastic day, and once again, goodbye, everybody.